the coffee shop, they're like robbing it. You can just run over to the wall, grab the bike, and pedal away real fast.
Yeah. But if they want to fight, they have a shield, which is that clock, and a keyblade, which is one of those keys right there underneath it.
Nice. Yeah, so like fight or flight right there on the wall.
That's a good design. These guys are smart.
See? Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's completely afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I'm a little scared of her.
I'm not that scared of her.
Zach! Becca!
Same.
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
What clock? The one above the keys.
Yeah.
Oh, a waitress comes by to take our order.
I like how we both said "oh" at the same time.
On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. I've never had those.
What's a
Stovies?
It's
Zach
gotta be
takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, or potatoes in it.
What's a stovey, chat?
Chat.
Come on.
That's a steering wheel, not a clock. No, it is a clock. It might be hard for you guys to see, but there's a clock in the very center of it.
Yeah, there's a clock in the very center of it because I can see it with my eyes because I have a better resolution.
I can see it with my eyes too, but it is really light, so I can see on a smaller or even like less quality. Like watching it in the stream is probably impossible to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking late. It's like a combination of a serving wheel and a clock.
Okay.
It's like
They're like a weird potato dish.
Oh, I like potatoes.
Oh, but today's a good day. Great, even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
This is the day we finally agreed to start the blood rituals.
Oh. Even the person jotting down our order looks surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. What did you order? What the fuck? Why is she surprised? Becca furrows her eyebrows and her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
She ordered
Jeez, she sounds like fun.
the straight raw steak. She just wants the blood.
Don't worry. It's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day.
Was I rapping just
I just let my little brother get bullied from then on. What?
Yeah, why would you let your little brother get bullied from then on?
Yeah. Why would you? I
Maybe
did,
they
though.
didn't need to? Huh.
Maybe who didn't need to? Wait, what?
Like, after you, like, stopped the bullying first, they were just like, wow,
Oh.
she's way too intense. No,
Hopefully.
yeah.
But then that means that she did the right thing by punching him.
Yeah, so you should always do it then.
So punch bullies.
Yeah, punch bullies. You know what, guys? If you're getting bullied,
Punch him.
maybe we shouldn't say that. Shit.
But Becca's far from being my mom. A small, sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. It isn't anything fancy.
Whoa.
Pan-roasted sea bass. It's not fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side. Or at least that's what the daily special board says.
That's so fancy.
I never did pay any attention to whenever I come here, sorry. Since they price whatever's written way above what I'm willing to spend on food in a single day.
Are you having a bad reading day too?
Yes.
This is not the game for us right now.
I did better on Saturday.
I did way better on Saturday too.
I was reading like a pro, and today I'm reading like a doofus.
I'm reading like a doofus too.
Wow.
We're like
The same.
doofus. Like
Oh.
doofus with two D's at the beginning.
Oh, great.
Great.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
He's just sitting there smiling with his teeth. Do people
That's
do
when
that?
people smile usually, yeah.
Just with their teeth open the whole time? It's weird.
What do you mean? That's how you smile.
I don't know, he's just like exposing his teeth for too long. It's catty almost.
Well, yeah, when you don't click.
Fair enough.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century
You
thing.
made it like way longer than a normal conversation because you just leave it.
I guess you're right.
An expectant grin breaks out on my face. Except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me, while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh, bummer. Maybe I should rephrase it? Fuck Ash.
Fuck Ash.
Okay, let me do that
He's
again.
not here! Hooray!
Yeah, relationship status updated.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, our relationship with Luke is not the best. Maybe that's okay. Yo, oh wait, can we click on other people? No? Okay.
Well, who cares about Luke and Hannah?
Yeah, who cares about those guys?
Yeah.
But like, Zachary loves us.
Where's Rose?
Who cares?
We should celebrate because Ash Hole is totally missing out on my first treat ever.
I'm sorry, but if my name is Ash and I had someone who non-ironically called me Ash Hole in conversation, I would not want to be friends with them.
No,
I'm
they're
sure
not really
Ash has
good
his
friends.
reasons.
Oh, Becca's defending him because we're being a bitch.
Wait, Becca, I don't understand your vibes. You're really aggressive, but then you're not. What's with you, Becca? What's your lore like?
He hasn't even apologized for calling me a scaredy cat yesterday.
Yeah, so he's a fucking asshole.
No, an ashhole. Wait, it's not. If someone called me a scaredy cat, that's not even that big of an insult. That's like,
like,
okay, it's elementary.
Hey, you stink.
Hey, ya butthead. It's like, what the hell?
Hey, booger face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, a half-hearted complaint without any meaning to it, done more out of habit than with any real malice or hatred to it. After all the times he's called me a scaredy cat, the word itself has completely lost its meaning. Imagine that.
Well, if it did, then you
used
don't
to
care.
really hurt her feelings. She's sensitive. There's disappointment, of course, in knowing he's off who knows where while we're having fun here. Sheesh. Don't just disappear off the face of the planet without telling anyone.
What if he's sleeping?
You aren't really upset about that, are you?
No, not really. But it's his loss for missing this once-in-a-century event.
For... Oh, I guess she's got to announce that she made the sale.
True.
Okay.
He did seem to be
She's
in a
paying
hurry when we
for,
parted
like, her
last
food.
night after the
Yeah.
movie. Said he got a big lead on his case.
Oh, yeah, he mentioned that. But you know how he is about his work. Everything except his unholy love for bad puns is a secret.
He never mentioned those to me.
Whoa, what? Oh, you clicked on it.
I wanted to see
Oh
what
my
it was.
god, master hacking skills. Wait, there's a lot of stuff we gotta learn about. Oh shit.
No.
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 I ain't surprised. He's more tight-lipped with this one. Something about it being bigger than what they usually let him handle.
Don't worry, Becca. I'll make him talk.
It's not necessary. He'll talk when he wants.
Yeah, Becca wants Ash's hole.
And if what Zach says is true,
Well,
it's
she
better
wants
if we
Ash's
keep our noses
hole?
out of this.
Yeah.
His job isn't exactly a walk in the park. We'll only get in the way if we pester him about it.
She wants his penis hole. She doesn't like the actual penis, just the hole. It's really, really weird.
Well, he better treat us to something other than ice cream once he solves that one. That's Scrooge.
It's not Christmas time.
But that's not really why you asked us out, right?
Oh, she gestures at her food with her hand, as though it's something she's not willing to touch until I give her answers.
Chat. Hold on.
What?
This is not a Christian stream. This is a Roman Catholic stream, alright?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I promised I'd treat you to a free lunch if the mansion got sold, yeah?
Understanding dawns on her face. The bewildered look she's been sporting changes into something close to delight.
You should have just told us. No need for all this fancy, secrety stuff.
It was supposed to be a surprise. I made a promise, didn't I?
I wasn't expecting you'd really do it.
Well, it's already here. If you don't want to eat it, I'll just...
I begin to gather their plates to my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth with the way that Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Because she's gonna eat all your fucking food, Zach.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely going to. I've just been watching chat devolve into anarchy after I said that.
Wait, I said penis hole. You just repeated me.
Oh no.
Are we still talking about penis holes?
No, we were talking about like Das Boot and all that other shit.
Oh,
Like
what's that?
Christian shit.
Oh, Christian. I'm not a Christian.
Yeah. Oh, it's just just religious stuff. Don't worry.
We were talking about penis
No,
holes.
these are. We can go back to talking about penis holes.
I don't want to.
Those things are small.
Fucking weirdo.
Becca's hand interrupts me, just as I'm about to pull her plate closer to me.
No, please leave it, ma'am. We're simply humbled by your utmost generosity, considering you're as much of a Scrooge as Ashton.
Don't compare me to him. He's the one who looks like he's about to have an episode whenever he has to spend more than £5.
I honestly wish there's a way for you to see the look on your face when you haggle. Remind me to record it once.
When is something gonna happen?
That's question one. Question two, when people say pound, like, the money, do they say £5 or £5?
Both?
Like, so like, you would just say $5?
Because I've heard both.
Really? You can do that?
Well, I've heard them say £5, especially if they're saying like, I don't know. I've heard either.
Like, yo, I was just at the store, I spent £5. Like, you'd say it like that?
Sure.
I just want to understand people from other countries. It's really hard sometimes. Did you know Canada's got loonies and toonies? Yeah, I know, wild.
I think it's something like this.
She puffs her cheeks and furrows her eyebrows in an imitation of how I supposedly appear. I don't look like that at all. Yeah, she just looks mean. Do I? She drops the act at the flat look I shoot her. Her laughter dies, but the playful gleam in her eye remains.
This means you're gonna be okay now, yeah?
For a while. It just means we won't have to worry about paying for the treatment and the bills. But that's all that matters, right? I mean, we're not yet sure if the new medication will produce better results, but Mama and the doctor said Papa's responding well to the treatment. That's one reason to be hopeful. And with the money, I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Saying it this way sounds as if I'm trying to convince myself. But no matter what, I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited, and also not terrified at anything. It's strange talking about this with other people, even with those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there, but most of it is spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic. While he is far from being the life of the party, he definitely is not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
Aw, look at them blush.
He's blushing.
A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough of an answer for her. Oh, did they hate his movie?
He did bad. Maybe it was because it was just one picture.
Yeah, he really should have considered doing something else than the one image. I looked between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? You know what it is? The dummy probably saved his .wmv into a .jpg.
Well, it still had sound. It was talking. It said, California, slavery, trafficking.
That was just someone on their phone. Duh. This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry,
just
I just
someone
happened to
talking
check on some
during the
sites this morning.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her emotions unsure. Eyes asking for, I gotta sneeze.
Sneeze. Where is it? I demand the
I'm
sneeze.
so mad at you. I was about to do it. You suck. You suck! Ah! 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 I'm so mad. I have no relief now. You took it away.
Yay, yay, yay.
It's not a yay. Matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. I'm so mad! I just wanted to sneeze. A simple, basic human right. And you took it away from me. It was so simple, too.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did. You know exactly what you did. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her, explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of it.
Let's hear it.
This isn't a horror movie.
Oh. Well, no, it's not a movie.
This isn't a horror show.
It's not a show.
It's not a horror game.
Well, apparently it is.
This is an episode of Friends, alright?
I just want to, like, skip ahead until we get to the good stuff.
Where's the good stuff? Come
Click,
on.
click, 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 click.
Are we allowed to do that? Like, would we get in trouble by visual
It's our
novel
stream.
elitists?
We can never do whatever the fuck we want.
Bam.
It's his movie.
That
Bam.
doesn't explain
Bam.
anything.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Whoa, we got insulted by what?
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
By a review, alright.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway.
What, your movie was only experimental, so it wasn't even that good? Yeah, it was a fucking image. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things that people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating.
Oh, no.
I wonder what he
did he
said. He of all people should know. I guess we'll never know. I guess
It was really bad, though.
it must have been backlog. Alright, we'll check the backlog. Let's see. Let's see. I mean,
It
okay.
doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Where? Who yelled? What happened?
Zach just said it didn't matter.
Oh, so he yelled it didn't matter? So this whole conversation didn't matter.
It's.
Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone.
This is me like trying to encourage Cry after he gets some like 2 mean comments on a video.
That's true, actually.
Like,
I should know
it's
after
just
all.
2 people.
Failing means you're playing, Zach.
See, there's
Not
like
that I'm saying it's
500 other
bad.
positive comments.
I've seen it
yeah,
from start
but
to
this
finish,
person said
and
it was
I know
dumb.
for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at.
It's true.
I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit.
Okay, so we yelled at him for thinking about quitting because he read mean comments.
What about the exhibit?
He read mean comments.
What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Why is this still going on?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Out of this, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxburn streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up with, make a single word out of. I stay quiet if only to avoid becoming the next subject of her frustration. See, similar because of that.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
Aw, damn drivers.
Fucking
She
drivers.
finally ran out of things to complain about and stops. What she says next is
Why does
none.
she have a picture of Rose but not her mom?
That is kind of weird, huh? Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the Wright's interior designer in her stead, and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
You're welcome.
okay. That's the gross. She ends up the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless, and noontime sun is beating down hard on the concrete as nothing scary happens. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood. Yeah, you're right. I am in a very fickle mood right now. You know how close I am to Alt F4ing from this game?
Where's the scary stuff?
Or make them vulnerable to catching
Everyone
something.
talks about how much they love it, and we sat here for 2 hours and nothing happened.
One thing happened, and it said help me, and that's pretty much it.
It said help me, and then everything else has been like Zach's movie. He's sad because of a
Asshole.
mean comment.
Ah. This game is 10% scare, 90% everyday stuff and small jokes. Is it really?
Why is it supposed to? What?
Wait, you still got
didn't tell
at least
how
an hour,
amazing
maybe
this is.
2 until spooks?
What?
Really?
Because you have no fucking patience? We've sat here for 2 hours!
Hey, what the fuck is that?
Ah!
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see what happened here. What did we miss? A small reminder of things still regardless. Back to broad reality for me and Zach, but more than once I catch her sneaking along, glance over at something displayed on a shop window, turn my head at the last shop she checked out, a fleeting glimpse, a world stills. She looks at me, eyes hollowed. Alright, so then I'm suddenly scaring at this spooky lady through the window, I think.
Gaze piercing and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There are no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea. A hum, low and indistinct. Compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me into the void beyond the glass. Help me. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, every thump, screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm or her nail-less fingers. I I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
Oh no, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorts and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There is only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming out from my mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling onto the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside himself, with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window.
Okay, good one, guys. See you in 2 hours when the next jump scare happens.
Yeah, for real.
Like, alright, here's the thing I have with this game. I get it. I get what it wants to do. The whole other stuff is the build-up, you know, the momentum build-up shit. I get it. If you have the patience, it's great, I'm sure. But
Maybe. I feel like they stick way too long in, like, conversations that we don't really care about. Like, I don't know these characters, and they're getting, like, really into, like, each personal story for them. So, it's like, I kind of want to only care about the main character and, like, get spooked.
I don't need to know about the other characters is the main thing. Like, I don't need to know that this guy made a film, you know? But, I mean, like, I guess, like, that might be a thing that comes into part later. Like, maybe this is, like, a huge overarching story thing like it, where it's going to play into their fears or something or whatever. So you do need to know the backstory. But it takes so long. And I'm almost 30. I can't handle that shit anymore, man. I don't got the patience for this.
I just wanted to be spooked, I guess. I didn't want, like, I wanted a story, but not one that was so long on so many characters. Like, there's too many characters if they're gonna go that far into each character.
You want to just play the Call of Cthulhu game?
No, because I wanted to do that on my stream.
Shit. Alright, that's fair. Damn it. Alright. How do we get scared then?
I don't know.
Because this isn't scary, man.
This is not scary.
No offense. You can like this game. You're not allowed to not like this game. It's just, it's not for us. It's too long.
Not what I expected, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all the main character, but that's my point. There's too many of them.
And there's just a lot of exposition and background that's not something I care about.
It's more like a book than, like, a game.
I mean, yeah, that's what a visual novel is.
It is a visual novel, yes, I get it. But it's just like, I don't know, for streaming purposes, it's not that great.
Unless you just really, really like just chilling.
I'm just saying for streaming. Like, if you want to sit and read a book, that's great. Yeah,
this is totally fine for, like, solo
stuff. It's
stuff.
not enough spooks for, like, streaming.
I'm too chilled right now. Too chillin'. Okay. So that was the letter. Apologies for those who were excited for that.
Like, if I stream this, I would voice act all the characters. We did that, but also there's a lot of talking.
And, yeah,
your voice is going to give out. Trust me.
And it's gonna go even slower.
Yeah.
Making it even a longer game. We did that last time. The first time we played that, it was like that.
Yeah. So. And then we also got a billion questions of, why are you guys voice acting this?
Yeah. So there's a lose situation all around there. Pretty much. Oh, boy. What was that? Oh.
Just put the voice acting on, but we did! We just said that!
It was on right there! Like, it was on during that whole time! What do you think those voices were? We didn't do those professional voices. What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Navy Devil. Just play
You've done it both
Visage.
ways.